Hello and welcome. My name is Emily Dissonance and I'm your host. Thank you so much for joining us for the 24th Annual Garden State Film Festival. This year we have over 200 films and film-centered events from various countries, all happening across 9 venues from March 26th to the 29th this year. Joining me today is director Justin Vasquez of the student homegrown high school and younger films Dissonance. Justin, thank you so much for joining me today, and congratulations on your film being accepted into the Garden State Film Festival.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here and get interviewed.
Thank you so much for joining me. So please tell our live viewers a bit about your film.
Well, dissonance is about the main thing I want to convey with dissonance was much like the title suggests, it's a lack of harmony within musical notes. But I wanted that to be more metaphorical to a lack of harmony within the character's life. And the character is played by me, um, and but it could really be in representation of anybody who's going through some sort of grief or pain or some sort of loss in their life. And I really just wanted to showcase that moment in time of a lack of harmony within that person, a lack of peace, and how they went about trying to gain some understanding through it.
What inspired this piece for you?
I think my main inspirations, I think there would be three things. A general inspiration would just be uh, movies like Interstellar, specifically scenes that when he's listening to his daughter's video and he's
Mhm.
playing it back and he's getting very emotional. There's always some sort of fascination that you're able to convey emotions to people
Mhm.
and through storytelling and movies and acting and even just shots. I mean, shots have a language as well, uh, and allow a person to feel that emotion. I think specifically the main inspiration for this film would be listening to music. I know Interstellar's main theme was a big inspiration. I've listened to many different types of music, instrumentals, uh, really stuff. When I'm trying to build a concept, I listen to more music without words because I like to let my head fill in that empty space. Because when you listen to music, it has much like in movies and it's visual storytelling. It allows you to feel an emotion without outright saying it, and it has that ability to influence you emotionally. And so all I do is when I listen to the music, I just practice what I think we all have the ability to do. And it's just that when I'm listening to those sorts of music, some or melancholic music or maybe sadder tone music,
Mhm.
you stay still and you close your eyes and what do you envision when listening to that music? And for me, I think when starting off with this film, I start small and then I build off of it. And I think the main thing that I saw was was a shot, just a specific shot, a wide shot of this kid in the park in a park bench by himself, sitting down. Nobody's really around. It's dark out. There's only a single lamp illuminating him. It's pouring rain. But he's not fighting it. He's not going against it. He's not cursing the rain. He's just sitting there, looking out, just thinking. Um, that shot is not directly in my film, but I try to end mostly because I didn't want the camera to get wet and stuff like that. But um, it's it's stuff like that that I build off of eventually, and I try to make the story from there.
So you say, you have like this one shot in mind for you, and you've gone into like the depth of the meaning behind this film for you. What was filming Dissonance like? Like, what was this process like for you?
Well, filming Dissonance wasn't traditional in the sense that it went from a script, like storyboard script, and then into
Mhm.
the later productions. Um, this was my first film I've ever made,
Mhm.
and I that year in my program in East Brunswick Medical School, shout out to Lewis Libet's my instructor. He taught me for my first year how to use a camera,
Mhm.
how to operate it. That was my first time ever using a camera. I didn't know what ISO was, aperture, shutter speed. It was I was just a kid with a vision, and then I learned the technical aspects later on in the program. Um,
Do you have like a favorite, like what was your favorite part of this filming process, and what was perhaps the most challenging part of this filming process for you?
I think the favorite part was coming up with the story because the story evolved in so many ways. It was supposed to originally it was a more narrative instead of experimental, and it evolved into experimental, and it was a little bit more fantastical originally. It was supposed to be like uh, a sort of ghost messenger with him in the park or something, and trying to give him advice to get over his grief. But no matter where the story went, I always wanted to keep the core aspect of that grief in that moment in time of somebody struggling. Um, and in my film specifically, I remember just me and my father, who's a huge integral role in it. Um, we would just go out, and I would go to these different filming locations,
Mhm.
and we would plan out these shots. My father is listed as the cameraman,
Mhm.
as well as me. I'm the director, editor, camera guy. It's the whole shebang.
That's yeah.
Yeah, but I would set up the shot. I would set up the camera. Then I would have him have hold it for me.
Mhm.
Um, I guess that was the most fun part as well, just going out with my father into all these places. My number one supporter. I say I want to go somewhere, and it's just like it's not even a second thought. We're going there. We're already driving. I mean, I came up with a shot idea like 2 minutes ago, and he's already we're in the car already going to the location.
Yeah. He's driving, you're not going to tell him where to go.
Yeah, yeah. So I think stuff like that was the best part of it.
And the most challenging for you?
The most challenging, oh, the most fun part was trying to get that the idea of the story down. I think that was the most challenging because as I evolved in my film uh, career, I guess you could say, and my learning process of it, the film also evolved with me.
Mhm.
Um, and then so that led to different ideas combating each other, and I really had to sit down and figure out what I wanted it to be. Um, and then
Where,
there were some struggles in the editing process as well, but
where does this film fall for you amongst your film journey as a filmmaker?
it falls it falls for me as like a stepping stone. Like this
Hmm.
is where I started
Hmm.
with no knowledge, no information about really much. I mean, I've watched films, I've always enjoyed films,
Right.
um, but I've never really gone out there and did it for myself until that point. Um, so I really see it as a stepping stone. And even when I finished making the film, I'm proud of what I accomplished. But
Absolutely.
deep down, I still feel like there's more that I can do.
Mhm. Well, to speak on that, what would you say that you've learned from this process that you'll take with you into the next film that you do end up making?
I think I've learned mainly about time management and the pre-production portions.
Okay.
The film I'm working on a film now. The film that I'm doing is more narrative. I'm
Right.
trying to expand outward,
Hmm.
and when you're doing a narrative, like, and it's looking around about 9 minutes long, so a little bit lengthier,
Hmm.
you have to have everything pretty down packed. Especially when you're going on to shoot, you can't just wing everything
Right.
and expect the results to come out the way you want it.
Do you have future plans for Dissonance?
As of this moment, I don't have any plans for Dissonance. I want it to be uh, a standalone.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, you're still in school, I take it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. You were saying that you have a narrative coming up next. How does it feel for you to be accepted into the Garden State Film Festival?
Oh, it feels amazing. I mean, never. I would never imagine if you took me aside my sophomore year and you said I was going to go into film festivals, and I wouldn't have believed you. I just started out. I don't know why I would believe you. Uh,
Well,
but
it means that you're in the right field. Keep going.
no, it's just it's an amazing opportunity, and I'm very grateful for it and all the people that brought me along the way here. You know,
Well, this is a fantastic opportunity for you too, because you're going to be meeting many other filmmakers like yourself, also in high school and older, that have been doing what you're doing, that maybe that wear different hats than you've worn, and you'll be able to network. So when you want to do future projects, you'll have, people that
yeah.
you can reach out to. So I'm really excited for this opportunity for you. So will I be meeting you in person at the Garden State Film Festival this March?
Yes, most definitely, I'll be there.
Fantastic. Well, everyone, for our live audience, Dissonance will be screening on Sunday, March 29th at the Berkeley Continental from the 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. block. We hope to see you at the Garden State Film Festival this year with over 200 films screening across 9 venues, including hosting parties, panels, events, and more. Get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. It was such a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to meeting you in person, Justin.
All right, thank you again.